Hey, what's up, tubers? This is the SHTF Hunter. I've been seeing a lot of videos about people, giving their takes on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And I thought maybe I would talk about what we know so far. I watched a lot of different news outlets trying to figure out as much as I can. First we'll talk about the timeline. So supposedly some of the people that showed up for the rally spotted a young guy an hour and a half before the shooting incident with a rangefinder. And I know if you ever seen a rangefinder, they're just very small, handheld. It could have, for some people, it looks like a little monocular or something. And he was reported almost an hour and a half before, and they said the police kind of lost him in the crowd. They just kind of followed him, then they kind of lost him in the crowd or something to that effect. And then they're saying 30 minutes before shooting or something like that, they seen him on a rooftop and reporting to police then. The building he was, from my understanding, the building he was on was a staging point for police. They were inside the building, from what I understand, but which is even more embarrassing. But all right, let's talk about the range that he fired. I've heard anywhere from, I think, like 130 yards to 150 yards. And to me, it's disturbing that you can get a rifle within 150 yards of a president with Secret Service protection. That's kind of disturbing. Now, let's talk about his age and his ability to shoot. Now, at 150 yards, when I was 20 years old, I doubt I could hit a 150-yard headshot. And he got close, but 150 yards when you're 20 years old, he was already under duress, and so he probably wasn't a very experienced shooter. But a police officer tried to climb up the building. He turned around, pointed the rifle at the police officer, and the officer retreated back down so he wouldn't get shot. And so he was under duress when he made the shot. So he knew they was trying to get to him. So he turned around and had to make a quick shot. For anybody that says it's easy to make a 150-yard headshot, they're probably people that shoot at the range from a table with a lead sled or something. You could do it off of, if you had a good bipod or a good rest, some sandbags or something, which I don't know if the AR-15 had a bipod or what kind of rest he had. Just might have been the roof, but it could have been done by a more experienced shooter. But I don't think at 20 years old he experienced enough. And shooting at a living target, it changes everything. And I don't know if a boy ever killed a deer before or not, but I have. So shooting at living targets is something different. And so yeah, I don't think he was experienced enough to actually hit the shot. But all right, let's talk about the possible conspiracy. So I watched a video. I seen one video where the snipers actually fired, and it's kind of odd that somebody, or they may have zoomed in, but it's kind of odd that somebody had a video of the snipers are firing. And it sounded like the shooter fired that one shot, and then he racked off, sound like 4 or 5 more rounds into the area. And so the sniper's response, it was almost like they were already watching him. And because they didn't move the gun barrels much at all. and then they fired their shot and killed him. As far as conspiracy goes, it was almost like they let him fire before they decided to stop him. And so, what do we know about conspiracies against Trump? We know this, back in his first 4 years, that the CIA, conspired against him. The FBI conspired against him. And how deep is this conspiracy? But I don't. Some weird things about the shooter. Things that I found strange. He was a registered Republican at 20 years old. I find that strange that somebody would be registered Republican at 20. His mom was a registered Democrat. His dad was a registered Libertarian. So that in itself is weird. Both of his parents were behavioral health experts. Yeah, I think they kind of suck at their job. But anyway, so it was. From my understanding, he didn't leave no social media trail. Some of the people he went to school with said he was just, loner, quiet. Might have been bullied in school. It may have just been one of them things where he wanted attention, and you're gonna get a lot of attention if you take a shot at Donald Trump. So, I don't know why he done it. Is it part of a bigger conspiracy? Leave your thoughts down below. Anyway, this is the SHTF Hunter. I'm out.